All right, we got a fun one today. The 7 level of getting no bitches. Rammy's revenge. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. I don't relate to this at all because I get all of the hugs. I haven't had a hug since 2nd grade. No, I'm playing. That's TSO Sage's line. You can't even say that.
It all started with a realization. You think to yourself, damn, where did it all go wrong? Maybe you spent your youth watching Twitch streamers, YouTubers. Maybe you schizoed out watching outright
I'm great. I'm a great person to watch, bro. What's wrong with that?
content. Maybe you became a social justice warrior and said that women are equal to men. Maybe you had low self-esteem.
Are they not? I mean, we're all the same type of people. We different, but like we're all the same levels of human. What?
Maybe you thought you were ugly. Whatever the reason, the fact of the matter is you finished high school without getting laid.
Please don't let this be an Andrew Tate type of video.
This wasn't a eureka type realization.
But
rather a slow, crippling decay of your psyche that ate away at you. As everyone around you seemed to be talking about their first love, or their summer fling, or the one that got away, and you have nothing to add to the conversation. And that isn't the worst part. The worst part is you don't even know where to start. You feel that you missed out on these developmental milestones, so obviously asking other people for help is out of the question because you don't want them to think you're autistic, even though they probably already think you are. And so you sit there on a Friday night on your PlayStation and scroll through Instagram while you see other people in your high school post vacation pics to either Italy or Japan. One of them is engaged because they're Mormon. This other guy gets a new girl every month? Damn, I want her.
Okay, level 2, incel. Alright, yeah, okay.
If you're lucky, your confusion as to why you get no bitch is answered through a random Reddit post, or the anonymous user starts complaining on r/life or some other generic subreddit about how no girl has ever loved him, people are mean to him, and he feels unseen and lonely. The top comments will always say, that's not true, people love you, I love you, and the original poster comments, thank you, this means so much to me. But
I don't understand people saying I love you on the internet when they don't even know you. I mean, I get you trying to be nice and shit, you feel me? You don't want these people to delete themselves and shit. But at the same time, bro, I don't, like, maybe I'm just a negative person, but, like, I wouldn't take that as a compliment. I would just take that as you being nice. You don't actually love me. Shut up!
The curiosity, you decide to sort by controversial. And you see the comments that people are downvoting saying, oh, this guy's probably ugly, or, oh, he probably doesn't look that good, or, he doesn't realize it's over for him yet. Which leads you down a rabbit hole of where these terminologies and viewpoints came from until you eventually discover incel forums. These incel forums are revolutionary because of how seemingly accurate it describes the no bitch getting experience down to little details that normal behaved people don't articulate or even think about. One example that I love a lot is the term jester maxing, which entails a man acting in an entertaining, amusing, or unnatural way to elicit or maintain female romantic attraction or to be accepted in a group.
AKA, if you can make him laugh and giggle. You feel me? You already know. But this always works. I'm letting you know right now. This always works. If you're entertaining, if you're a fun person to be around, people love being around you, not just women. So just do this.
Most of the time, this fails. But if they do get accepted in
Yeah, that never fails. What are you talking about? You just might not be funny. Yeah, it's never failed for me. I don't want to say.
Group, they just become the circus clown everyone picks on whenever they need a quick laugh. When the Jester Maxer brings this up with the group and says something along the lines of, I don't really feel that you guys like me very much, he gets gaslit by the group into a false sense of security when they say, oh my god, no, we care about you, only to be bullied once again because of his behavior. Every failure you experience in your come up and the reasoning for it has been articulated clearly in these forums. But most importantly, the reason this group of people appeals to you is because you feel seen. Even when the whole world gaslights you by telling you to take a shower and get a haircut, you know the truth. The reason you were that awkward weirdo at the party with the red cup in your hand that everybody ignored was because you're chopped. Your genetics are deficient. The wrong sperm won the race. If only you were 6 months with a positive cantal tilt, bitches would magically appear on your dick. But you're not. And there's plenty of people that aren't either. And they're your friends. And that's what makes...
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about being chopped. People think being chopped is the say all be all. I'm telling you right now, girls don't really care about your looks as much as we think. It's really just superficial. No girl wants to be with an ugly nigga. But, like, if you're just chopped, like, that doesn't mean you ugly. Like, if you grow out your hair, if you feel me, you get in the gym, you start looking good, you'll be straight, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you ugly and fat, I don't really. Hey, man, you're gonna have to start shooting at the Lizzos and shit, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it a bean. But, like, besides that, bro, being ugly is never, like, the say all be all, bro. As long as you got good personality, you could pull some of the, like, low tier mid shit. I mean, like, that's something at least.
These incel groups so powerful and so beautiful in a way. If you're lucky and you're not hideously ugly, a girl might find you in your incel stage and take a liking to you because she thinks you're quirky or something. She might give you your first kiss. She might give you a blowjob. She might even take your V card. But because of how scary to the hoes you are at this level, she will leave you.
What? Why are you
To which
saying
you might change and become better,
bro?
or you might also stay at the incel level and never replicate the results again. But for those that do change, you become a simp.
I think being a simp isn't the worst thing ever. People overrate this shit, all right? I'm not saying, now look, preference. I'm not a simp myself, so I'm not gonna, you feel me? I ain't saying this from my perspective. Actually, that's a lie. I have been a simp before. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember back in, it was my 8th grade year of high school. There was this girl. She was like, I thought she was very attractive back then, right? And everybody in my class did, but like, I'm gonna be careful with what I say this. She gave, like, everybody in the class thought she was like, you feel me, a goer or whatever. I don't know how you can be a goer back then, but that's what everybody thought, right? So nobody really wanted to touch her, right? But I was cooling with her. You know, I was talking to her. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I started liking her a little bit, right? Fast forward, all right? About a month. I'm head over heels obsessed with this girl. And I'm over here doing anything for her. I remember she broke her ankle. I was literally carrying her around the whole school building just because I didn't want her to walk or struggle to use her crutches. Mind you, we haven't even kissed. The only thing she would do is maybe hold my hand. I was down bad. And the worst part about it is, eventually, she ended up getting with another guy and dating him. And I remember the day I found out, I had actually given her my hoodie because she said she was cold. And later that day at a pep rally, she was wearing that hoodie while holding hands and laying on another guy. One of the worst memories of my life. Mind you, whole class knew about it. Mind you, I also turned down another girl for this girl. So everybody in the class was clowning me. It was bad. But simping isn't the worst thing ever, you know. Maybe that's copium, but at least you're getting something, or at least maybe you're getting some female attention. Let me just stop talking.
When she leaves you because you can't get your act right, you cling onto her, sometimes forever, because of your previous depravity and the fear of being alone again. And you start thinking you can never pull another girl again. So you send walls of text to her, flowers, maybe even stand outside her window with a speaker above your head, singing, "When a good thing goes bad, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of the world."
Classic
But
Drake.
she still doesn't like you anymore. You tell all your friends that women aren't bro. And at this point, you truly believe that because you think if you correct your previous misogyny somehow, that girl will see the good in you and like you again. She won't. This is also the level that nice guys operate in. Even stalkers as well. Guys that think that being nice to the girl, whether their intention is good or bad, will get them nyash. And when the girl calls him about her breakup with her boyfriend, he says, "No! How could you let him manipulate you again?" And ruins that friendship by asking her out.
Normie.
If you're lucky enough and enough time passes and somehow you find the will to move on from your first breakup, you become what I call a normal person. It's a feeling you get when you wake up and don't feel any weird sensation striking your heart when you think about things. You feel a peace of sorts as you tend to your garden. And to test this, you look at the girl you fumbled's Instagram and you feel nothing. It's liberating. Congratulations, you're a normal person now.
You know, you always got to go through that simp stage before you get to this stage, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This stage is like the best stage. You usually talking to like 3 to 4 girls, you know. It's not a roster, but you know, you got options, man. You maybe hang out with 1 to 2 of them, you know, every single week. And you try to narrow down the search to find the one you actually want to be with. Peak stage.
By this point, you probably are going to the gym, taking looks maxing advice seriously, maybe socializing a little bit better, not with girls of course, but with other normies that are also
what
scared
is
to
this
talk to
image?
girls like you. Though you still find yourself being a little awkward and uncomfortable in social situations. All your normie friends gas you by saying you get bitches because of how good your physique is becoming, and you feel good about it, but your DMs are still dry. At this stage, you're probably not even thinking about girls that much. Maybe you partook in No Nut November to cleanse your mind. You might even think getting a girl now is bad.
Event.
Instead, you should improve yourself and read Atomic Habits or the Laws of Human Nature.
The performative male final boss, man. Oh my goodness. And you got the matcha right there too. I see the Labubu chain. Yeah, man. What the plugged in Apple earphone? Yo, come on, man. Performative male final boss, bro.
You might start thinking that relationships will come naturally as you live your life.
That doesn't happen. Well, nah, it does. Living your life and being on your own shit is one of the best ways to live life for a minute until you realize that you want a girl, and then you go right back to it.
but you feel that you're still missing something. You look at all the self-improvement YouTubers that's in your recommended, and you want to be like them. You want to live their life. You want to be in their yacht. You want to get rich quick. You want all the they got. So you follow their advice. You try your best to be a social butterfly like all the self-improvers tell you to do. You show you can talk to anyone. You show you're confident. You don't stutter. You hit the club, get maybe these days you're not so religious. You have a hoe phase, and your normie circle eats it up. They gas you up like a big bro. You walk a little taller. You laugh a little louder. And you say your name a little prouder. Maybe you start getting hoes. Maybe your body count reaches satanic levels. You're a certified boy now. You air to see other You break hearts and backs. You drive a used 2011 BMW with upgraded rims. They call you manipulative, conniving, possessive, but they never call you ugly. You get it. Congratulations. You think you know.
That's real. That's real about this stage. Yo. Y'all know me. I've went through my whole stages before. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I ain't gonna lie, but one thing about these whole stages, bro, I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. Girl, I don't know what it is. I feel like girls like it when you're talking to other girls and they know it. Like they like knowing that you're like a hoe. Like they like competing for you. Like I'm so dead ass when I say that. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird phenomenon, but I think they genuinely like it. Now look, you can't do that forever. Eventually, you got to find a girl that you like, settle down, and just be loyal, right? But that little whole phase that you're gonna go through, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Don't go too crazy now. Don't start going wrong with everybody. That's how you get STDs and kids. But, be safe. Have fun.
How women work. But you don't understand how women work. Well, not the ones you want. Not the ones that get away. Not the ones that when they leave, you go back to being a hoe to distract yourself. But it's not the same. The good ones go. The good ones go. Bro. If you wait too long. You should go.
Why is he singing this, bro? Like, what?
You should go before you stay too long. The reason you get all these other hoes, but not her, is because you still don't understand how it all works. You set too many rules for yourself. From the way the world treated you when you were young, to the way the incel and red pill forums wrote your gossip.
This is still one of the gayest images I've ever seen. Yo, where does this come from?
To the way the alphas you watch on YouTube that only flex the mid-white girls that are hoeing. You only saw what was possible. But if you're lucky, you'll realize that maybe it isn't about precisely what you say, what you do, how you act, how much you can bench. If a girl likes you, she likes you. And if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you.
It's really just that. I'm going to be honest. Like, you can't, one thing y'all always got to remember, you can never force a girl to like you, bro. The best thing you can do is be yourself. Be the best version of yourself. Nah, don't even, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Flaws and all, perks and all. And if a girl likes you, you'll know if a girl likes you. If she doesn't, charge it to the game, bro. Never, you can't force a girl to like you, though. Never that, bro.
And that all you need to do.
That's one of the biggest lessons you have to learn as a man. You can never, and as a woman too. If somebody doesn't like you, you cannot force them to like you, bro.
Be normal and cool.
Let it be.
And you'll have everything you ever wanted. From learning to be yourself without any asterisk or gesture maxing or bench pressing or whatever your Bugatti color is. If you're lucky, you'll pull a nice girl that you like. No gimmicks, no crazy first texts or pickup lines that impress her. You make a girl you like you just by being normal and cool. You realize
just be yourself. I don't even think gesture maxing is the worst thing possible. If like being funny or just because I feel like being funny is just being you. Humor is just being you unapologetically and giving your real opinions, bro. It's just when intelligence like has fun. So I don't think being funny is like the worst thing possible, bro. Now I'm not saying like now when I say gesture maxing, right? I'm not talking about like doing embarrassing shit or embarrassing yourself for like people's approval. Don't do that. But like be funny, be yourself, make jokes.
Guys, by just doing that, everything will work itself out. There's no reason for you to flex your 2011 BMW with upgraded rims. She doesn't care. All she cares about is you, and you let yourself care about her. Because you're just a guy, and she, underneath that beautiful sundress that you swear was made for her and only her, as well as the cute dimple she develops when she smiles, is just a girl.
Drake level 7.
But if you're lucky, she switches up on you for no reason. You did everything you could. You were a good lover. You were nice to her. You never cheated.
So this video doesn't end on a happy note?
But sometimes a bitch is a bitch and a hoe is a hoe, and they switch up. After all, bitches are people too. And when y'all break up, yeah, you're sad, but you don't crash out like you did with that one bitch you was with in level 3. Now, instead, you think to yourself, damn, and move on to the next shawty. You love that next shawty the best you could as well. And she loves you too, but you can never recapture the highs even though she's bad. And on top of that,
Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the worst examples to use for this phenomenon. If you know, you know.
Tendencies start to ring out, so y'all break up too. And you do this with the next shawty, and the next shawty, and the next. You do this enough times and eventually you reach levels of clarity that only Drake has reached. Not the Marvin's Room or Hungry Drake that we all miss dearly, but the aging superstar Drake that's fumbled some of the baddest women in the world. What's Bella Hadid when you fumbled Rihanna? What's Rihanna when you fumbled Jennifer Lopez? What's the difference between all of them and the porn star you knocked up to make Adonis? It's all the same for real. Some shawties are just prettier to look at.
Y'all think J-Lo is better than Rihanna? Nigga, I'm taking Riri, bro. To be honest, maybe that's just because I'm a black man. I'm taking Riri though. Shit.
That's what makes it hurt the most. But at this stage,
Bella Hadid is overrated. I had to say it. I'm gonna say it.
It's come and go. Why won't my tears work? It's been a decade since I've cried. I got no dog left in the fight. The bark don't match the bite. Maybe you'll stunt on these hoes.
That song is so tough. And I'm never end in life. It was nobody lesson. And I'm a passionate guy. That's what your friends anything in vibe. That's what your friends got you changing. That's what your friends got you changing your vibe. Talking to your girl.
By making a necklace out of 42 engagement rings to represent the 42 times you thought about proposing to different women but decided against it. Maybe you only call women
this video. That shit tough.
Loved it. Maybe you and your old man get fucked up every night and he says, son, these hoes just don't love you. And you say, I'll keep that in mind. Then you see the shawties you used to fuck with get married and pregnant and have kids and be happy with their mans. And you start thinking to yourself, damn, where did it all go wrong?
Well, interesting video. For sure. That was a video. That was a video. But yeah, that's the 7 levels of I'm blinking a bad bitch. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. I'm not gonna lie. Loki was just vibing to that Drake.